Caitlin, what was your reaction when you saw the USA team yesterday, the roster come out?
Yeah, I think I'm excited for the girls that are on the team. I know it's the most competitive team in the world, and I know it could have gone either way of me being on the team, me not being on the team. So, I'm excited for them. I'm going to be rooting them on to win gold. I was a kid that grew up watching the Olympics, so yeah, it'll be fun to watch them.
What happens when one of the brightest talents in women's basketball is shockingly snubbed from the biggest stage in the sport? Caitlin Clark, the Indiana Fever star and WNBA sensation, faced this exact situation when she was left off the U.S. women's basketball team for the 2024 Paris Olympics. Instead of succumbing to disappointment, Clark has taken a refreshingly positive and polarizing stance, turning her Olympic snub into a bold statement of growth and motivation. In a recent interview, Clark declared that she is not bummed about not being selected for the national team. Instead, she sees this as an opportunity for growth. "I think the break's definitely been good," she stated, emphasizing the importance of hard work and dreaming big for future opportunities, particularly with the next Olympics just 4 years away.
Honestly, no disappointment. I think it just gives you something to work for. It's a dream. Hopefully one day I can be there, and I think it's just a little more motivation. You remember that, and hopefully in 4 years, when 4 years comes back around, I can be there.
This mature perspective has split opinions, with some praising her resilience and others questioning her competitive drive in a sport where ambition is everything. Some fans argue that true champions should be devastated by such omissions, using every ounce of their anger as fuel for their next opportunity. Clark's viral admission about struggling to keep up with the Olympic Games due to the time difference and her WNBA commitments added fuel to the fire. Some fans found her honesty refreshing, while others saw it as a lack of seriousness about representing her country. "How can she not follow the Olympics closely if she claims to be so passionate about the sport?" questioned one critic. Yet, Clark's ability to inject humor into the situation won over a segment of fans who appreciate her candid and down-to-earth nature. Adding to her public persona, Clark's unexpected appearance on stage with country star Jordan Davis during a concert in Indianapolis sparked further debate. While some fans loved the blend of sports and entertainment, others criticized it as a distraction from her athletic career. "Shouldn't she be focusing on basketball instead of playing celebrity?" was a common refrain among her detractors. This crossover moment highlighted another facet of Clark's personality, showing her versatility but also raising questions about her priorities. Fans reacted overwhelmingly positively to Caitlin Clark's comments about not being selected for the U.S. women's basketball team at the 2024 Paris Olympics. Her mature and gracious response impressed many supporters, who praised her level-headed and respectful reaction to the Olympic snub. Clark's emphasis on being happy for those selected and expressing excitement to watch and root for Team USA was well received. Many supporters saw her response as refreshing and a demonstration of class and professionalism, contrasting it with potential negative reactions some might have expected. A sign displayed during a pre-game warm-up at the Olympics reading, "You need Caitlin Clark to beat us," humorously trolled the U.S. women's basketball team and highlighted Clark's absence. The sign caught the attention of U.S. stars Brittany Griner and A'ja Wilson, who were seen pointing and laughing. While some fans felt the sign was a playful nod to Clark's talents, others viewed it as a jab at the U.S. team's decision-making. "Is this sign a reflection of what the team is missing?" asked one fan, stirring further debate about Clark's controversial omission. Clark herself reacted with humor and appreciation to the sign. She acknowledged it in a lighthearted manner, expressing gratitude for the support and recognition of her talents. Her reaction further demonstrated her positive outlook and ability to handle public attention with grace and good humor, but also raised questions about whether she should be more vocally frustrated about missing out on such a significant opportunity. Looking ahead, Caitlin Clark's Olympic snub has only fueled her determination. She has her sights set on the 2028 Olympics in Los Angeles and is focused on improving her game and leading the Indiana Fever to new heights. Clark's dedication to her craft, coupled with her resilient attitude, makes her a formidable presence in the WNBA. Yet, some critics argue that without the fire of feeling truly wronged, she might lack the edge to dominate on an international stage. Clark's playing style is something to behold. Her precision shooting, combined with her ability to make pinpoint passes and her strategic understanding of the game, makes her a nightmare for defenders. Her quick release and deep shooting range are reminiscent of some of the best shooters in the NBA. But what really sets her apart is her vision. She sees the game in a way that few players do, finding open teammates and creating scoring opportunities that others might miss. This combination of skills makes her a unique and versatile player, but also a polarizing figure in terms of how she should channel her talents and ambitions. In comparing Caitlin Clark to other rising stars in women's basketball, it's clear she's part of a revolutionary new wave. Players like Paige Bueckers and Hailey Van Lith are also making their mark. But Clark's narrative of resilience and positivity adds an extra layer to her story. Each of these athletes is bringing something unique to the game, and together they are pushing the sport to new heights. This new generation of players is redefining what it means to be a star in women's basketball, and their impact is being felt both on and off the court. Caitlin Clark's journey from Olympic snub to WNBA stardom is more than just a personal story of triumph. It's a powerful narrative of resilience, talent, and the relentless pursuit of excellence. Her ability to turn a potentially discouraging situation into a source of motivation speaks volumes about her character and determination. As she continues to break barriers and set new standards, there's no doubt Caitlin Clark will leave an indelible mark on the sport we all love. Her story is an inspiration to young athletes everywhere, showing that hard work, determination, and a positive outlook can turn any setback into a stepping stone to greatness. Yet, the debate rages on. Should she be angrier, more vocal, and use this snub as a weapon? Or is her positive, classy approach the true mark of a champion?
Caitlin is just a rookie in the WNBA. Wasn't playing bad, but wasn't playing like she's playing now. If we had to do it all over again, the way that she's playing, she would be in really high consideration of making the team.
The WNBA team simply dominated Team USA. And guess who shined? Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. But wait, there's more to this story. Cheryl Reeve, the coach of Team USA, had something to say before the game.
Is there any second guessing here about not having Clark on the Olympic team?
From me? No.
Coach, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it looks like someone underestimated the rookie sensation and ended up losing to the WNBA team. By the way, Clark not only played well, she broke the assist record. And Reese? She pulled off a double-double that left everyone stunned. In this video, we're going to break down everything that happened in this epic game. We'll go over the performances of Clark and Reese and how Cheryl Reeve's strategy backfired. There's controversy, records, twists, everything we love about basketball. Let's start by addressing the elephant in the room, Cheryl Reeve. For those who don't know, she is the coach of the USA Olympic team. Days before the All-Star game, Reeve made some pretty controversial statements about Caitlin Clark. But why all the animosity? Well, we don't know exactly, but what we do know is that Clark made history in this All-Star game. Clark set the record with 10 assists for rookies in the All-Star game. That's right, in her first All-Star appearance, she nearly broke a record that many veterans haven't even come close to. Clark showed game vision, precision in passing, and an incredible ability to read the court. She not only distributed the game, but did so in a way that elevated the performance of the entire WNBA team. And you know what's even more impressive? She did all this under enormous pressure. Just imagine her first appearance in the All-Star game after all the controversy with Reeve and with the eyes of the entire basketball world on her. Many people would have crumbled, but Clark shined. This WNBA team's victory not only silenced the critics, but also raised an important question. How can someone with this talent be left out of the Olympics? Clark's performance in the first half of the season was certainly Olympic-worthy. But besides Clark, we have to talk about Angel Reese. While Clark dominated with assists, Reese showed why she is considered one of the most promising rookies in the league. Reese managed an impressive double-double, scoring 12 points and grabbing 11 rebounds. And don't think these were easy rebounds. Many of them came from the attack. with Reese outpacing her opponents and positioning herself perfectly to get the ball. What makes this performance even more notable is that Reese started the game on the bench. She wasn't in the starting lineup, but when she entered the court, she made sure to show why she deserved to be there. Now let's talk about the MVP of the game, Araike Ogunbowale. If Clark and Reese represented the future, Ogunbowale showed that the present of the WNBA is also brilliant. She had a simply spectacular performance, finishing the game with 34 points. But the most impressive part, she made 8 out of 13 three-pointers. That's right, the numbers are impressive on their own, but those who watch the game know they don't tell the whole story. Ogunbowale wasn't just making open shots. She was creating space, doing step backs, and hitting shots from long distance, often with defenders right on her. Her performance was crucial for the WNBA team's victory. Every time Team USA threatened to make a comeback, there she was with a three-pointer to maintain the lead. She didn't just score, she scored at the right moments. Ogunbowale's performance also highlights the depth of talent in the WNBA. We have Clark and Reese representing the future, but we also have players like Ogunbowale showing that the present of the league is in great hands. Want to know more about how these stars are changing the game? Keep watching. Now let's talk about Team USA's performance in the decisions of Coach Cheryl Reeve. Despite their stellar lineup, Team USA couldn't effectively compete against the WNBA team. Players like Breanna Stewart and A'ja Wilson had solid performances. Stewart scored 31 points, and Wilson contributed 22 points and 6 rebounds. But it wasn't enough. The problem seemed to be more in the strategy and team chemistry than in individual talent. Several players seemed lost on the court, and the lack of cohesion was evident, especially when compared to the fluidity of the WNBA team's play. The criticism of Cheryl Reeve was intense after the game. Many questioned her player choices and, more importantly, her decisions during the match. One point of criticism was the lack of tactical adjustments throughout the game. Even with the WNBA team dominating, Reeve seemed reluctant to change her strategy. This contrasted sharply with the flexible and adaptive approach of the WNBA team coach, Cheryl Miller. Think this was a one-off issue? Let's dive deeper. This game raised serious questions about Team USA's preparation for the upcoming Olympics. If they can't dominate an all-star game, how will they fare against well-trained and motivated international teams? The defeat of Team USA is not just a surprising result, it's a wake-up call. It shows that individual talent is not enough. You need strategy, team chemistry, and strong leadership from the coaching staff. The clock is ticking, and the Paris Games are approaching quickly. So, what does all this mean for the future of the WNBA and women's basketball in the USA? We are at a crucial turning point. On one hand, we have Clark and Reese, two rookies who have just proven they can not only compete, but dominate on a stage with the best players in the world. They represent a new generation of talent coming to the league with exceptional skills and a winning mentality. On the other hand, we have the established Team USA, led by Cheryl Reeve, who seems to be struggling to adapt to this new reality. The reluctance to recognize and embrace these new talents could cost them dearly in international competitions. The question that hangs in the air is, will Reeve and USA Basketball be able to make the choices that truly represent the best of American women's basketball? Or will we see talents like Clark being left out again for reasons beyond on-court performance? The USA has a tradition of dominance in Olympic women's basketball, but this hegemony could be at risk in the upcoming Olympics if the right decisions are not made. Curious about what could happen next? Stay tuned! This All-Star game may have been just a preview of the drama to come. The tension between the old guard and the new generation, between tradition and innovation, is reaching a boiling point. The outcome of this battle could very well determine the future of women's basketball in the United States and the world. Guys, what we saw in this All-Star game was more than just an exhibition game. It was a glimpse into the future of women's basketball and a warning about the need for change. Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese proved that the hype around them is more than justified. They not only competed on par with the veterans, but, in many moments, outperformed them. Clark nearly broke a historic assist record, while Reese dominated the rebounds. Ogunbowale reminded us that the WNBA is full of established talents that continue to evolve and surprise. Her MVP performance was simply spectacular and crucial for the WNBA team's victory. Want to be part of the action? Make sure you're in the loop. On the other hand, the performance of Team USA and Cheryl Reeves' decisions raised serious questions about their preparation for the Paris Olympics. It's time for USA Basketball to reassess their strategies and player selection to ensure they are truly representing the best of American women's basketball. So, what did you think of this All-Star game? Do you think Clark and Reese deserved a chance on the Olympic team? Or do you agree with Cheryl Reeves' current approach? Leave your opinions in the comments. I want to know what you, who follow basketball closely, think about all of this. Your insights are super important to enrich this discussion. And if you enjoyed this analysis and want to stay on top of everything happening in the world of women's basketball, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Activate the notification bell too, so you don't miss any videos. The WNBA is going through an incredible moment, and together we can follow and discuss every development in this exciting league. See you in the next video, guys.